So I've never really considered myself being a seriously awkward person until I went to Vidcon Anaheim. For those of you guys who don't know what VidCon is, it's basically the Comic-Con or Anime Expo, but for online content creators, like YouTube. There are food trucks, booths, screaming little girls, screaming little boys, yeah. But the biggest part of VidCon is talking to people. Now this may seem a little bit weird, but I tend to teeter between being introvert and extrovert. Like, well, man, I can be a super social person saying hi to everyone, but then later I don't even want to talk to people, so I just retreat deep within myself. For example, during VidCon, me and my friends were at an exclusive YouTuber party where a bunch of big YouTubers were hanging out, and everyone seemed to have been having a great time. But I, on the other hand, was not having fun. I had no idea what to do, I didn't want to talk to people, so I just clung to my buddy Mike the whole night like a leech. I'm not saying I hate talking to people. I don't. Once I get the courage to talk to you, we should be fine. But I just know that when meeting people, I can get nervous and awkward sometimes. And this is especially true when I met Domics, Jaiden Animations, and Odd1sout, which is what we're going to talk about. So here we go. So let's start with Domics, because he is the main reason I decided to learn about animation, and if you didn't notice, his influence shows in my videos. But this guy is the reason I don't get stuff done, because I'm too busy watching his stuff like a K-drama marathon. Wake up from bed, Domics. Working on a vid, Domics. Sad and depressed? Well, time to watch the whole breakup series by Domics. Man, even going to the bathroom, Domics. Ew. Now in terms of actually meeting Domics, it was the last day of VidCon. I was chilling outside the convention center, letting my legs rest because they felt like noodles from walking around all day. When all of a sudden, my buddy Jeff, he runs a YouTube channel called Jeff Pia's Kitchen, he runs to me shouting, "Yo, Domics is here." Ah, screw resting. Resting is for the weak. I wanna go meet Domics. So while running over there, I'm preparing myself, rehearsing my lines in my head. It was gonna be good. I got my wingman Jeff here, my confidence is high, let's do it. And sooner than anticipated, there he was, right in front of me. It was going good so far, but halfway through my greeting, I noticed something very important and vital was missing. Jeff was gone. My wingman was gone. And I think my words and confidence went with him. Oh, well, this is just great. The moment I need Jeff the most, and he just leaves me here with Domics. He left me here with Domics, making me look like some lost child. I don't think you guys truly realize how important it is for me to have a wingman at that time. I'm like Mario without his mushrooms. Useless! So I'm just standing there in front of him, and my brain is still recovering from the ordeal, but it was still overanalyzing the situation. Like, what should I say? Should I say, "Oh my gosh, it's Domics"? No, that is so dumb. Okay, how about, "Hey, what's up, Dom?" No, I don't know him well enough to call him that. Why is this so hard? Finally, after overthinking about it for I don't know how long, I was just prepared to say, "Hey, I like your videos." Okay, thank you, bye. But thankfully, Jeff came back. Oh my gosh. And with my trusty wingman, I calmed down, my brain was functioning again, and nothing was gonna stand in my way this time. My time with Domics has come. And you know what happened? Things I never imagined I'd be able to do. Like to thank the person that inspired me to make animation videos. And what's even cooler is that we even got to talk about some really random stuff, like Ferris wheels. I'm not sure how we got on that topic, but since it was with Domics, that was the best conversation about Ferris wheels I've ever had. But you know what was the highlight of this whole thing? Was this. Both of us doing the Korean heart with our fingers. You know what? It's hard enough getting my friends to do this, so the fact that I got Domics to do it is pretty awesome. It was just the perfect way to end VidCon. So, in a way, I guess it wasn't too awkward meeting Domics, but the most awkward moment was when I met James from the Odd1sout and Jaiden Animations. I'm just gonna jump into it and say that I met them both at the same time on the same day, the first day of VidCon. Yeah, that's right. You'd be jealous. What's even crazier was that I was supposed to go to a panel that talked about important-ish YouTube stuff, but I lost track of time because I was exploring the expo hall with a friend, and we both got henna tattoos. I made a manta ray, by the way. It's pretty awesome. It's important, so remember that. After walking around looking at all the cool merch and grabbing as much free stuff as possible at the booth, like the proper Asians we were, we decided to walk towards a room that was all dark and mysterious. And we looked at each other and we're thinking perhaps that's where all the really good free stuff is. But before we get there, lo and behold, right in front of us, there are two very familiar figures. And I was like, that dirty blonde hair guy looks very familiar. Wait a minute. James! And holy but Jeebies, it's Jaiden! This is perfect! There should be a huge line to meet them, but they must have just gotten there and word hasn't spread yet. So now is my chance. I'm already pretty overwhelmed with being at VidCon for the first time. And now this? So my friend helps me muster the remainder of my sanity and courage, and we walk over. Before I go any further, I wouldn't really say that my encounter with Jaiden was awkward or anything. In fact, she was super awesome. She even complimented on my manta ray tattoo. See, I told you, that's why it's important. I just wanted to mention her. So Jaiden, it was super awesome meeting you. I'm glad it wasn't too awkward, but I can't say the same for James. I'm not saying that he was awkward. It was more so what happened that was awkward. This is what happened. I approached him and I was like, hey, James. And he was like, hey, what's up? And then he reached his hand out. And I'm just thinking, oh, shoot, this is happening. He's going to shake my hand. I'm going to shake his hand. We're going to shake hands. Let's do it. So I reached my hand out, but he doesn't shake my hand. It goes past my hand and keeps going right for me and grabs my name tag. But he left my hand hanging out there like some awkward turtle. Oh, hey, James, what's up? Oh, you were reaching for my name tag. So we weren't gonna shake hands? That's fine. My hand will just wait here and wait for your hand. That's cool. That's not awkward at all. I'm fine. And if that wasn't enough, after we finally shook hands, there was this little kid that wanted a picture with James, and for some reason, he wanted me in there too. If it wasn't weird enough that I was in a picture with a kid that didn't know me, both James and the kid thought it'd be a great idea to dab. Dab? Are you kidding me? Now, I've never dabbed before, and I wasn't gonna start then, so I just made a normal face and pose, and that was it. So, what should we take away from this? They both dabbed, except for me, which would seem a bit odd that it was only me, the one guy that wasn't doing the thing. And since it was only me being odd, that kind of makes me an outsider as an out of the norm at that moment. Which, if you really think about it, at that moment, that made me the odd ones out. It just occurred to me that after making this video, I have a bunch of other stories that I could actually talk about. And so that just means there's going to be a part 2, baby, but not right now because I have other things I'm working on. But just look forward to that one because, yeah, I'm excited for that too. And actually, I'm excited for a lot of these releases anyway. So, that's the point, right? You're supposed to be excited for all of these other releases. Just occurred to me, what if James actually did that on purpose? It definitely worked because usually people don't do that in greetings. I don't know, I guess it's James, so it's probably normal for him, maybe. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so that way you get the future notifications. I'm also really grateful that you guys are very patient with me, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I have more stuff to say, but not right now. So, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bam.